What's up, guys? Welcome to the Big Mad Podcast. My name is Lucas, and I sound like an annoying YouTuber. You know those ones that post YouTube videos and they have those thumbnails with the big letters, and it's like, I did what? In the text, and they're doing some pose like this, and it looks stupid, and it's really clickbaity. And every time you open their episode, they go, "What's up, guys? Smash that motherfucking like button. Subscribe, bro." And there's just all these things on the screen. You know what I'm talking about. That's how I just felt when I do my introduction. But I've got a streamlined system here. I'm going to try and keep it consistent. That's what I've always done. Am I annoying? Yeah. But that's okay. I've gone back and listened to some of my episodes. Normally, I only listen to my episodes for production purposes, to where I'm putting things together. I don't listen to them for my own use, just to hear how, I don't know, just for my own entertainment, I guess, because it's me. So it's it doesn't, I don't know, it does nothing for me to just re-listen to myself, even though it's what I said. So I don't. This is a weird thing to try and explain. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly. So I don't normally listen to myself through the whole episode, and so I did recently go back and do that, and I thought, wow, I am fucking annoying. That's what I thought. I was like, my voice is just whiny. Whining in general, so there's whiny to the fucking second power of just annoyance, and here I am, episode 11, and I'm grinding it out. I guess you guys like it. I like doing it. So here we are. So this is my actual second video podcast, technically. Episode 9.5 was a trial run. I think in the episode I did mention that it was a video podcast. But I didn't post that one, so I left that one as an audio. Episode 10 was my first guest. I hope you tuned into that episode. It was a 1 hour long special. If you listen to it on Spotify, it was broken up into half-hour increments. But I also posted that one on YouTube, the full length. You can see on YouTube at Big Mad Podcast. I believe if you should find it through, it's not because it's not Twitter or anything, but Big Mad Podcast. So I'm on YouTube now, guys. We're growing, and I'm on YouTube now. I'm pretty excited about the YouTube page. I think it'll be a lot easier for people to listen to me, and I'll be able to expand to a newer audience of people too. That I know I've talked to some people that would rather listen on YouTube. So I think this is better going forward. As always, I will post on Spotify. And another update, I'm on Apple Podcasts now. I know there's a long interim where I didn't know what was going on. I hadn't heard back from them. I'm on Apple Podcasts now. So you can find me on Apple Podcasts. You can find me on my website. You can find me on Twitter and now YouTube. Four platforms. You can find me. If I can talk. This is the beginning of the episode. I'm already messing up. So I got to get this figured out. Welcome to the Big Mad Podcast Studios. I know you got a glimpse of it in my last video, but I kind of changed up the lighting for this episode, so it was very purple in the last video podcast, so I toned it down to a neutral white. Got my beautiful plant next to me for some decorative purposes, and as you guys know, and if you've listened to my previous I tried to go through it. I tried to power through it. I messed up talking, and I tried to power through it, and I second time. I've already stumbled on my words twice now, and now I'm mad. I'm big mad. But anyway, back to it. If you've listened to my previous episodes, you'll know that I do have a sponsored little phrase that I talk about, the Anderson Arts Center, and in my last episode, Connor was the sponsorer, if you will. So I decided to display this giant vase he had crafted for me and gifted to me when he visited for that episode. So I was very grateful. Thank you, Connor, for the gift. I do appreciate it. I put on display for my next episode. AndersonArts.org. Check out the ceramics in Anderson, South Carolina. Some good stuff there. You want true, authentic art, Connor's your guy. That dude is authentic. And like I said in my last episode, you got to shop local. Shop local art. If you're interested in anything art, local's the way to go. A lot of these people do the art because they love it and they want to do it, and they're not in it for the money. Now, when you see certain things, like say, for example, the stock photos and stuff at Walmart and the big retail stores, that shit is just streamlined for mass production. It's less quality. You want quality? We've got it. So shop local on your art. Visit andersonarts.org for any more information on the ceramics. But yeah, I'm going to jump right into it. I realized I got all this set up. This took me probably 30 minutes to set up the whole fixtures here, and I forgot to grab a stopwatch. So I don't know what time I'm going to be on, so I'm just going to wing it. But I think this is enough preamble to where maybe I'm at about 7 minutes now. I have no idea. I don't even have a clock in my studio yet. Maybe that's something I should invest in. But we'll get right into it now. Today's question is, this is something that gets me fired up. It used to. I've cooled off a little bit about this, simply because it was something I always saw on Facebook, and I've since removed the people that annoyed me with this, so I don't have to see it. But there was a long period of time where this just blood was boiling. And so today's question is, why the fuck do people do pyramid schemes? How do you get into this shit? Like, I want to know the origin. Like, this shit spreads like fucking poison ivy, I swear. It's always that person that you were friends with in high school that you didn't talk to a lot, but you knew well enough to add them on Facebook. Flash forward 4 or 5 years, and they're trying to sell you workout supplements or a fitness drink or, I don't know, knives. You know it's a pyramid scheme too when they message you or something and they use way too many emojis. If they're using too many emojis and they're talking to you about something, pyramid scheme. Anytime someone uses too many emojis, you're suspicious. I'm suspicious, I see you. Every little message, every word, emoji. Another word, emoji. Another word, emoji. End of it, emoji, 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 emoji. It's like, relax. You are trying way too hard. And that puts me off. Like, I can see a pyramid scheme, I know when there is, like, it is what it is. Like, I know when it's a pyramid scheme, but I do respect the people that do it and they don't shove it down your throat. I think that's where my biggest problem with pyramid schemes is because people are so pushy. I don't like that. If you try to hard sell something and you think you're doing it gracefully, you're probably not. But if someone's like, hey, I've got this drink, it's this fitness drink, this is what it is, I sell it now, if you're interested, let me know. That should be the end of it. That's all you need to do, right? But if they come at you, I'm a boss bitch, I started my own business, I'm a business owner now because I joined a cult. No! And anytime, see, I played with them. So when people would post those big, long posts on Facebook, I would comment, just pyramid scheme. That's it, just pyramid scheme. And of course, I got this long response that was so clearly scripted, it was funny. This was the funniest shit ever. I wish I had screenshots of this, to be honest with you. It was so copied and pasted, it wasn't even funny. And it blows my mind that people think they can get away with this. Like, am I not supposed to recognize that? It was clearly copied and pasted. And I know all the fucking leaders at the pyramid scheme they have everything you say, they have a prepared response. Every time. So, when you discuss something with someone that's in a pyramid scheme, I feel like they like to use social media because then they can refer to their scripts. So, I think that's such a powerful tool for them because they can say scripted responses and then everyone's regurgitating the same shit. They're all saying the same shit. But what's the goal of a pyramid scheme? You're supposed to have people under you that sell under you that you sell to them and then, like a pyramid. So you keep spreading out wider and wider, getting people underneath you to sell. But it's so funny to me that that's the system, and obviously it works because people still do it, so what do I know? But I mean, if you're trying to sell to someone, do you want them to be like involved in the pyramid scheme with you? Or do you just want them to buy the product? Like there's two avenues you can do. I guess there's two sales approaches for that pyramid scheme salesman or saleswoman, either or. But I think if anyone here listening has watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they pointed out a very good flaw in the system, and I think this is so hilarious. They're trying to sell a pyramid scheme to their friends, and the friends buy in. They're like, yeah, let's do this. And so they buy all the product, and then they start drinking the energy drink. And the other person that sold him was like, no, stop. You need to sell that. And he's like, well, you told me I was out of shape and I needed this drink, so I'm trying to drink it because you've got me startled now. I'm scared for my health. And that's the flaw in the system. You're trying to sell them and tell them they need this, and then so if they buy in, okay, so you got them to buy in. You don't want them to drink it because you're buying the product. You're consuming the product. You're supposed to sell that. But that's what's so funny to me. You can really see someone's ulterior motive there. That just exposed the pyramid scheme because they don't actually care about you. They want your money. If someone's trying to sell you something and they care about you, you can feel it. You can feel people's sincerity. And so when someone's really pushing me on something, I don't look at it like, what's this product? I look at the person. I'm like, what are you doing? What's in it for you? Because that's clearly what's going on here. This isn't about me. You want to get money. You want to boost you up somehow. You don't care if I buy this drink and I throw up and I have a serious allergic reaction and I end up in the hospital. You don't care because you just want my money. So I can feel that you're suspicious. You came at me with all those emojis. I'm already on edge because you sent me all those emojis. People that use too many emojis are suspicious. Write that down. I don't trust them. I like using emojis as much as the next person. I'm definitely a frequent user of emojis. But if you use too many, and I shouldn't have to explain how many is too many. There's not really a gray area. You just know. It's just like a social norm and a socially accepted thing that you should just understand. Like, oh, this person needs to chill on the emojis. Suspicious. And so I like playing with the people when they post the Facebook statuses with, I started my own business and I do this now. I'm a boss lady. No, you're a bored stay-at-home mom. That's what you are. Get a hobby. I don't care even if you're making hella money doing it. You're not a business owner. Fuck, that's a pet peeve, man. People think just because they make a Facebook page now that they own a business. No! You have to register with the federal and state government and give them, you have to get like a social security number for the business. You have to establish a business entity. Just because you made a Facebook page doesn't mean you're a business. Just because you bought into some pyramid scheme, you're not a business. So you're not a business owner, and you devalue the people who actually are business owners. People out there grinding, working their asses off, and they get this, they finally save up enough money, and they establish their business, and they've got this product that people like, and they establish an LLC, and that's a huge milestone for them to be able to establish that business, that limited liability license, as an LLC business. They've worked their way up to that, and then some 45-year-old bored woman named Tammy decides she's gonna fucking join Plexus and she's gonna sell energy supplements. And she's a business owner now! She's a business owner all of a sudden because she has something to sell. Okay, Tammy, where are you paying your taxes? What's your EIN number, huh? Exactly, you don't fucking know because you're not paying taxes and you don't have an EIN number because you're not a business owner. You're just some bored stay-at-home mom who started selling pyramid scheme supplements. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't no business owner. You ain't working hard because you post on Facebook once a day something really fucking annoying doesn't make you a business owner. You're not putting in the work. You're not out there grinding. I don't care how many people you talk to. That's not hard to do. You're not grinding because you send messages to your entire friends list. You're not a business owner. That's not how any of this works. And there's so many people that do that it brings down the value of a business owner. Drives me nuts, man. And we have such ease of access to everything nowadays. Everyone can get business cards made. Anyone can just claim they're a business owner. This pyramid scheme shit, I feel like, is the root of this problem. They feel this. And how they still exist today is just mind-blowing to me. I mean, we established like a couple decades ago that pyramid schemes were bad. Like, did we not? I mean, I thought it was very clear that pyramid schemes stay away. Like, I knew that from a young age. I was like, oh, pyramid scheme bad. Pyramid scheme equals bad. That was just ingrained in me. I thought that was known. But I guess it's not. It's not. Ah! I looked this up one time because I was so baffled at how easily people are tricked. And I don't know if IQ is definitely, like, I don't think that's the exact one-all, be-all reason why people are dumb, but I was just curious, like, what the average IQ in the United States was. And if you know anything about IQs, I think 200 is max, I believe. And if you're 130, you're pretty gifted, you're pretty fucking smart at 130, 120, you're smart. And I think anywhere around in the teens and stuff, like, that's a successful person. Average IQ in the United States, 98. From where I saw. Now that number could change, or I could have got a bad source, but I believe that number. From people buying into pyramid schemes, from people driving on the road, and that I talked about in one of my last episodes. People just do so many stupid things. I don't understand it. People are just fooled so easily. God, it's frustrating. Fuck. I hope y'all are taking notes. Because people who use too many emojis are suspicious. So, fuck. Let's feel my heart rate here. I think I'm good. We got a little hot there. A little bit. But I think I'm okay. So, I just realized this too as I was talking. I didn't plug the Instagram in the beginning, or not. I'm messing up on this episode a lot. I can't talk right, so. As I said, though, I don't have a script. This is all off the dome. The only notes I referred to before this episode was the word pyramid scheme. That's all I knew coming into this episode, so everything I just came up with on the fly. So I'm gonna mess up a lot. You guys know that if you've listened to me. You'll know that's just how it goes with me. But what I was getting at, the Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I tweet different things here and there. If I think of a funny tweet, I'll just send something out, as well as links to the episodes. I don't know. So usually what I did was I linked the Spotify on a tweet. I would say the episode's up, check it out, listen here, and I would send a link so that's easy for people to get to my show and listen to it. They don't have to search for it. They just have a direct link to it. And I think I like trying to make it easier for you guys. But now I'm at a point where I'm on several different platforms where I don't know the best link to provide. So I think when I tweet episodes from this point forward, I'm going to... about to sneeze. I had a little bit of a cold. Alright. The sneeze went away, probably because I acknowledged it. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and on my tweets, I'll tweet out the YouTube link. I think that's where a lot of my viewers are going to want to watch. I think that's the best way to listen to the podcast. And it's a video too, so I think... Not that I'm anything special per se, but I think it's more engaging to see a video podcast, at least for my personal experience. The only thing that bothers me about the video, and this is just something on my end, this is just my overcritical analysis of myself. I think I can make my audio sound better, just as plain audio, but in the video, my microphone and my settings around me, my voice is more echoey and tinny, and that's something I notice. I hope that doesn't bother you guys. I've set up as many sound absorbing devices as I have available to me at the moment. Working through the kinks. I mean, it's episode 11. I'm still early on. But it's good to be back. I actually had a little bit of a break. So if you know anything about the podcasting, I may have gotten into this in another episode. I have to pay money for my storage of my audio in the podcast, which I didn't want to pay money, but there was like, you got a lot of time for free and it wasn't very much. And so I've exceeded the time that they allow, and I was like, well, I've told my listeners Tuesdays and Fridays, new episodes, and I'm gonna stick to it as best I can. And so, at each episode being 20 minutes, I couldn't fill. Like, it was, I was going over the time by a long shot, so I had to buy in. So, if you like the podcast and you would be interested in funding and a sponsorship or of any kind, I would be much appreciated. I'm not begging for money. This is all on my own. I'll continue to do that. But it would help just because I have started to put some money into this, and that's not originally my plan. But going forward, it's just how it's going to have to be. I would appreciate any help that anyone can provide. Tweet me if you have anything. Comment on YouTube. I'm accessible in any way, so much appreciated. And again, any listeners, paying me or not, I appreciate you. Just even hearing me talk, I value that a lot. So I do appreciate you if you stuck with me till the end of this episode and all my previous episodes. So, yeah, wanted to get that out there. I do have some funding ideas in the works. I don't know if I want to say anything yet because I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe I'll get to that in a future episode, but I'm trying to think of a way to where I can get support for my listeners while also giving them a benefit in return so that it's a win-win for both of us. And I think I have something. I'm not going to say it yet until I work out the details. So stay tuned for Friday's episode. I might be able to discuss that further on Friday. But for today's episode, this is going to be my conclusion. Remember, if they use too many emojis, they're suspicious. They're hiding something. You're hiding something when you use those emojis, and I know it. I'm on to you. Thanks for listening as always. I had a good time doing this. Check out this vase one last time before I cut the video. Quality craftsmanship. But anyway, again, thanks for listening. My name's Lucas. This is the Big Mad Podcast, and I'll catch you next time.